West Indies have been set 263 runs to win the second test match and the series against South Africa. A magnificent spell of fast bowling by Jayden Seals, who took 6 for 61, all the West Indies back in the game. As this morning, 2 wickets from Warrican and 3 from Jayden Seals took the last 5 South African wickets for 23 runs. Having gone to bed last night at 223 for 5, South Africa this morning lost their remaining 5 wickets for a mere 23 runs, as Seals took 3 wickets and Warrican took the other 2. Now the stage is set for a grand finale, as West Indies know their targets and the South African bowlers are ramping it up, led by Rabada. Hello everyone and welcome to the #1 cricketing channel in the West Indies. I'm happy for your company. Berger as it bowls to the West Indies captain Brathwaite, who is off the back foot and forces this through the covers down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot there by Brathwaite, hitting that one at the top of the bounce, and it goes through the gap in the offside down to the boundary for 4. West Indies are 7 without loss in over number 4 of this run chase. I really hope that it will be an exciting day, and I look forward to the West Indies batting performances. Last evening, many of us were given our total. Some would have said somewhere between 230 and 270 as Berger bowls to Brathwaite and he plays this one back down the pitch to the bowler who field in his follow through and there is no run. Do you recall I saying that the target will be somewhere between 230 and 270? It is 263. Again, I got it right. Did I? It was very interesting though. That's just for banter. As we just looking now at a replay, Desiree was dismissed by C, so they're showing that the ball coming right back through the gate. Okay. So 7 without loss. Berger over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. He allows it to go through outside the ash stump, and there is no run. This is going to be a very tricky period for the West Indies. And the reason why I'm nervous is that we continue to lose wickets just before the break. The last over of the break, even Thursday evening, that happened. It happened so many times in the first test, and it happens Thursday evening again. I am just a little bit edgy. I hope we get through this period. It's just about 15 minutes or so before the break. That's probably 4 overs the most. The South African will come at us with everything. So there are 3 slips on a gully, a backward point, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a long leg. Berger over the wicket. Bowls to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite look to turn that down the leg side. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains 7 without loss. All 7 have been scored by Brathwaite up to this time. All 7. So Berger goes back to the top of his mark. And I thank you all for tuning in. As I usually said, I'm happy for everyone that is here, but especially those who are not watching the cricket and who can just listen. Berger over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite, pitched up, driven back to the bowler who fielded his follow through, and there is no run. The end of over number 4. So at the end of over number 4, West Indies set 263 to win. At this stage, they are 7 without loss. So I've been set 263 to win. At this stage, the West Indies are 7 without loss. I'm glad to see you here. I really appreciate your company as usual. And let's get the ball rolling with some of your comment. SO is saying, wow, what a spell by Seals. Congrats, young man. Show so much maturity. Yes, it was indeed a fine spell by Seals, and I'm very happy. And as we watch Rabada, 3 sips on the goal, it goes on, bowls to Mikyle, and that one comes back sharply. It seems to come off the inside edge down to the boundary for 4. It was off the inside edge down to the boundary for 4, and Rabada is really cranking it up here. You can see a fine bowler at work. You can see the difference. Look at that delivery goes. It comes back in sharply, got the inside edge. Oh, no ball. So it's a no ball. So luckily, no damage would have done, but then he really cranks it up. Unfortunately for Louis, it may be a good thing that it was a no ball. You know, maybe it was a good thing. 12 without loss. Rabada comes in, bowl to Louis, allows that to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. The score remains at 12 without loss, and he's pulling his bat away from those deliveries, which is good. So you can see that he's working on something. Indeed, SO, it was a terrific spell from Seals, and I'm so happy for the young man. I recall back in 2021, was it our 2021? In that match at Sabina Park against Pakistan, I think he took 5 wickets. Rabada into Louis, and that's a vicious bounce, and the batsman straight out of the way. It goes through to the keeper. There's a lot of chirping behind the stumps. I recall then that I said that Seals was the next great West Indies fast bowlers. Due to injury and so on, he has not developed as rapidly as I would have expected him. But now certainly he's on the track to greatness. And I love the fact that his parents are always with him. Rabada to Louis, and Louis leaves alone outside the off stump. It goes through to the keeper. A little wide there from Rabada. No pressure on the batsman. He was glad to leave that alone as it goes through to the wicket keeper, and there is no run. Yes, I'm very happy. And Seals come across as a very level-headed person. And I would like to give credit to his parents who are clearly influencing the young man in the right direction. I look at Seals bowling in Test cricket, and I'm saying, you know that Seals is not far away from a very big IPL contract? Rabada to Louis, and Louis edge to second slip, he's caught. Or pitched up and he edged it to second slip, and Louis goes caught. Second or third slip, I think. Louis goes caught, and so West Indies lost their first wicket. Louis gone for 4. Rabada pitched up. He planked on the front foot as usual, wide outside the arch stump, opened the face of the bat, low down to the man at third slip, who took the catch, rolled over, and West Indies have lost their first wicket. Mikyle Louis again gone caught behind the wicket as he planked at another one outside the arch stump, which he should have left alone. And so Stubbs took the catch at third slip, and Louis gone. So that's very disappointing. That's so he has basically failed in both, not basically, he has failed in both innings of this match. And so it's very unfortunate, disappointing. West Indies 12 for 1. But it cannot take away from the fact that Seals bowl well. And that is clearly a positive for the West Indies, as Seals really bowl well. So SO is saying, the Cricket Forum, TCF, the score is within your maximum range for West Indies to chase. I have a good feeling the West Indies will win this one. I have that feeling too. I really hope that we will win this one. Barry Jack is saying that here comes embarrassment again. Don't hold your breath. Well, I am not that pessimistic, but you are entitled to your opinion, but I am not that pessimistic. I am not pessimistic, Barry Jack. Mikyle Douglas is saying, excellent bowling from Seals to finish off the summer. Hopefully, the batsmen could pull this one off. And that's our hope. That's our hope. And SO is saying that we have a lot of time, no hurry. Clearly, there should be no hurry. And we are definitely looking forward to win this match. I really hope we do, I really hope we do. Rabada to Carty, and Carty just plays that one down. A steep rising delivery. I didn't think he needed to play at that one. Probably needed to drop his arm. But there's a sharp rising delivery, and he decided to ride it. Although it was passing harmlessly outside the arch stump. I'd have preferred him to leave that one alone. Look at it. It was clearly not needed to play. We have a lot of time, he said, no hurry. Clearly, I believe you. We have a lot of time. We are not in any hurry. So Rabada now really bowling well, the man is a world-class bowler. We have to give him credit for that. as he makes his way. Thank you all for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video. Rabada bowls to Carty, and Carty off the back foot forces this one to gully, and there is no run. Again, I don't think that he should have played at that delivery, but again, that is his choice. Donald Popo, good morning, Carlton Brown. I hope West Indies will win. I definitely hope so too. Mikyle Douglas is saying it would be excellent if some fans could come out later and cheer them on to victory. Yes. Well, I saw some school children in the stands, and I hope that was an effort on the part of the Guyana Cricket Board to get those children out in the stands and create an environment. So we are just about 2 overs maximum away from lunch. West Indies 12 for 1. Mikyle gone caught by Mulder. I thought it was Stubbs, but it was Mulder who took the catch. Gone caught for 4. Brathwaite is on 7. Carty is on 0. So Brathwaite just taking his time here to ensure that the maximum is 2 overs. He would probably want to get it down to 1, but he wants to ensure that it's only 2 overs. Berger, the left-arm fast bowler around the wicket, comes in bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite plays this away through the covers. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. Zorzi slid, sends the return in, and that's all they will get. The score moves up now to 14 for 1 in over number 6, being bowled by Berger. The batsman out, Mikyle gone, caught at third slip by Mulder off the bowling of Rabada. The batsmen to come are Athanaze will come at 4, Hodge, Older, Motie, Seal, Shamar Joseph, and Warrican. Many persons think that Shamar Joseph need a promotion up in the order. As Berger comes in now, round the wicket, bowl to Brathwaite and his span. He clipped this away down to the man and the backward square boundary. That is Rabada. They will get a single. The score moves up to 15 for 1. Keacy Carty comes into strike. Oh, Sammy St. Ellen, I'm so sorry that your prediction didn't come true. Oh, we would have loved that. Good morning, all, said Zix. Said Zix out. Sit out. I think he's a sit out, but he spelled it with an X instead of S. So Stephen Roach is saying, rotate the strike. Don't let the bowlers line you up. Very good. I love that point. Indeed, that's a very, very good point. Rotation of the strike is going to be very, very important. Very, very important. So there are 3 slips, a gully, a backward point, a short cover point. Berger around the wicket to Athanaze, not Athanaze, Carty defends down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. Sorry about that. I don't want Athanaze to bat today. So just giving you that feel. There's 3 slips and a gully, a backward point, and a short cover point. Almost forward of point, forward of the crease, very short. And then there is a mid-off. So the South African definitely think there's something about Keacy Carty that they could have him out caught in that cordon there. Berger over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and he drives magnificently through the covers down to the boundary for 4. So Berger pitched up on Carty into the drive, and he drove it sweetly through the covers, bent knee down to the boundary for 4. He gets off the mark with a lovely drive. Look at that. And he just put it away off volley, and he drove it magnificently down to the boundary for 4. Mikyle Douglas, yes, I appreciate that, Mikyle Douglas. Love the comments, thank you. And Jay, I think he's shaking his head at the early dismissal of Mikyle. Over the wicket comes Berger, bowl to Carty down the leg side. I think he played a lazy shot at that one. Probably just need to allow it to go through. Nonetheless, there's no run. 1 to come in this over. Jay saying that seems like nobody in the West Indies is capable of being a good worker. Is capable. Well, there's so many issues with workers that, sorry about that. Open up. I will read your comment. Berger over the wicket, bowls to Carty outside the half stump, allows it to go through the end of the over, and there's no runs. So the score after 6 overs, West Indies looking to get 263 to win. They are 19 for 1. So let me read Jay's comment. Seems like nobody in the West Indies going dead. Yes, him dead. We kill him. See him there? Yes, you see him dead. See him right there. So going. Seems like nobody in the West Indies is capable of being a good opener. Kirkhamute is saying, "Good morning, Mr. Carlton. The comments I made yesterday, it wasn't about you. Okay, sorry to misinterpret you then, Kirkhamute. My apology for misinterpreting you. Respect, man, every time. Glad that you cleared that up. It was about Mr. Esso in the comments making excuses for Da Silva, and also this should be the test to decide who plays in Bangladesh. Okay, I'm sure Mr. Esso is going to come back at you. Rabada comes in bold to the West Indies captain Brathwaite, who forces this away through the offside. The Zorzi give chase. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. They should get 3. Yes, they jog walk the 3rd. 3 more runs to the West Indies captain. He's looking very good. West Indies 22 for 1. I think this pitch is very good to bat on today. Absolutely. I just think it's a very good pitch to bat on today. So West Indies 22 for 1. Brathwaite is on 13. Carty is on 4. He comes into strike. Is it another no ball from Rabada? Just because they were holding it up? I think so. As he comes in now. Over the wicket, ball to Carty, and Carty plays and misses outside the off stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. He's shaking his head, but he must be disciplined. He must be allowing those balls to go through. This is clearly the last over before lunch. Don't you want a good lunch? That ball was about on 6 stumps, so why does he needs to play? I'm very disappointed in Carty here. He's just pushing at those balls. And as good as he looks, you understand why his average is 28. There's so many laps. Rabada over the wicket, bowls to Carty, plays this into the offside and goes through for a quick singer. I don't mind that singer any at all. Comes off strike. Will they get another? No. Good back up into the onside there. The score moves up now to 24 for 1. Is it 24 for 1? Yes. So the score will move up now to 24 for 1. Brathwaite comes back into strike. So there was a no ball from Rabada. Clearly, it seems that there was a no ball from Rabada, as only 2 deliveries have been bowled in this over thus far. So let's look at the field. 3 slips a gully, backward point, mid off. Rabada bowls to Brathwaite. He defends to the man at backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 24 for 1 with 3 deliveries to go before lunch. So Fidel Da Silva is saying, another day, another fail from Louis. Interesting, and I would have made the point that Louis, in his 5 test matches, he and the captain have put on 50 partnership on 4K, 50 or more partnership on 4 occasions. Rabada over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite, defense into the offside. There is no run. The score remains at 24 for 1 with 2 deliveries to go before lunch. So I would have made the point that Mikyle Louis, in his 10 innings as an opener for the West Indies, he and the captain would have put on 50 or more for the opening partnership on 4 occasions. That is not bad in 10 innings. That is not bad. As bowl to Brathwaite, turn this through the onside. They go through for a single. No, they refuse it. They refuse the single. So that ball was played into the onside by Brathwaite. He wants to come off strike. Keacy Carty don't want to face the last ball for lunch. I understand that. So it's very, but I, as a West Indies fan, prefer to see Brathwaite face that last ball before lunch. I have more confidence in Brathwaite facing that last ball before lunch instead of Keacy Carty. He's a senior batsman. 3 slips and a gully goes down. Backward point moves in. Rabada comes into Brathwaite. He plays this away magnificently down to the backward point boundary for 4. Lovely shot by Brathwaite. Whether it was the last delivery before lunch or not, he played that one from at the top of the bunks and played it magnificently down to backward point for 4. Isn't it lunch? It should be lunch. Why isn't it lunch? Isn't it 12 o'clock? I was expecting it to be lunch. I can't understand why are the players not coming off. Why is it that another over need to be bowled? So Mulder is going to bowl it. It is what it is. We have to deal with it. Deal with it. 28 for 1 West Indies. This is over number 8. Mulder, who create havoc in that first innings. They have now worked out Louis. All bowlers around the world, we do the same. Mulder into Carty, bowls to Carty, and Carty beaten outside the off stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. Again, pushing at a delivery that is on 6 stump. So Stephen Roach is saying, but I'm sure I can fix Keacy Carty. Is not Keacy Carty. The challenge, Mikyle challenge, and I think they're working on it. What you see of why that ball is from the stump that Keacy Carty was playing on. Now, what for me? Let's take this ball from Mulder. He begins to move in now over the wicket. He reaches there, ball to Carty, and Carty allows it to go through outside the off stump better from Carty. But he has to be prepared for the delivery that is coming back into him. But he also needs to recognize when the ball is seaming away or when it is coming back. Now, what is important for me, and this is what I want to see West Indies cricket do. And the individual must take responsibility. What happened after this test match? Do you go home and sit down and talk about rest? Or do you go home and work on your weakness? That's the issue. Mulder bowls to Carty. Carty allows it again to go through outside the arch stump. There's a lot of talking from behind the stump. They are telling him about the one that is going to come back. They are telling him about that one. Don't believe that they're not saying it. Are they probably not telling him, but they are talking for him to hear? And they say, all right, they are saying now to Mulder, bring back that one before lunch. Those are the things they are saying. One before lunch. Bring back one into him now. Bring back one into him. Trying to get in Keacy Carty mind to play at the one that is leaving him. And Keacy, but at the same time, Carty has to prepare for the one that is coming back. But he needs to judge it. He's an international batsman. Mulder bowls to Carty. I'll get outside the off stump. It leaves him. The batsman pushes left pad, allows it to go through. There's no run. The score remains at 28 for 1. Vincent Norton. This is about staying at the wicket as long as it is possible. I do hope your words don't come to pass. Lack of appetite for runs. Okay, thank you for your comment, Vincent Norton. We hope it, and we do hope that my word don't come to pass and they make the runs. I really hope so, Vincent Carty. As Carty seconds, Norton should say, sorry. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty again outside the half stump. He allows it to go through, and there is no run. So Vincent Norton, is it Norton or Norton? Apologize for if I pronounce your word wrong. So I will say Vincent. Sammy St. Ellen. It's good to see in both innings separate bowlers put their feet down. The spinner's support was good as well. Yes, good point there, Sammy St. Ellen. Very good point. Very, very good point. But what a bowler Jayden Seals is turning out to be. Very good. He has been consistent. Final delivery, I hope now. Mulder comes in, bowl to Carty, and Carty defense. Solid in defense. That should be lunch, isn't it? It must be lunch now. Why is it that somebody can explain to me? Why are they playing on? Did they take lunch when South Africa? No, they would not have taken lunch. They came back out very quickly. I cannot understand. I honestly do not understand. So somebody please explain to me in the Kirkham, you believe that Louis must be dropped, especially for the Bangladesh series, but I do not believe he should be dropped. I think the 450 plus opening stand partnership buy him some time. So I don't think that he should be dropped. Rabada to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite fishes at that one outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Oh, thank you very much. Exit out. Thank you very much. And Fidel Edwards I guess, is replying to Kirk Amute. You know, as I was saying, Kirk Amute, I think that those 450 run partnership plus a 50, Rabada bowls to Brathwaite, who plays this to mid wicket, and there is no run. So as I was saying, Kirk Amute, those 450 plus opening partnership in 10 innings is high class, no, really high class. That is 40% of the time. Most international team will bite off your hands for that. However, his personal scores need to be better. Rabada over the wicket, ball to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite is beating a loud appeal, not out. That one hit him out. He gave him out, but he was struck outside the half stump. How could you give that out, Raza? He was clearly struck outside the half stump. I can't understand. How could you give that out? We're going to watch the replay here. We can definitely get to every time. And Mikyle Douglas is responding. So let's watch this one from Rabada. Oh, I think he gave him out for caught behind. Think that they come off the... There was a big gap there. And he clearly struck outside the half stump. Why did he comes off his pad, his thigh pad? There was no edge there. And to me, it was clearly outside the half stump. What is Raza doing? Welcome back. Bowl to Brathwaite, beat outside the half stump, and there is no run. Rabada really turning up. Sorry, there was a break in the electricity supply, so the connectivity went down. But welcome back. I'm glad you are all here. And Jay saying that anything marginal, this umpire boy, I will give it out in favor of South Africa. Ball to Brathwaite. Brathwaite plays that one down to the man in the gully, and there is no run. So Jay is saying that anything marginal, this umpire is going to give it an out. I had some coffee since morning, Stephen Roach. I'm good. What was it that I'm bringing for me just now, Mrs. Brown? Porridge. What, plantain porridge? Okay, so Mrs. Brown was bringing some plantain porridge, but at the innings break, at the lunch break, I have it. Yes, so it was not out. Fidel da Silva is saying that The umpire should be in favor of the home team. Too many biased decisions in favor of the visitors, costing us key wickets, was very egregious during the Indian tour. So West Indies 28 for 1. Why is it not lunch, Mikyle? Can someone tell me again? Stephen Roach is saying that Rabada wants his 300th wicket. Mulder comes in bowl to Carty. This one is much straighter. Carty defends and there is no run. Naya TV 78 is saying every time the opponent appeals long and hard, they get the decision. So no ball there from Mulder. The score will move up to 29 for 1. Mr. Carlton, that umpire must go. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. Carty should say he allows that to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. Where's Raza from? Is Raza, I think, is from Pakistan. So Carty is on 5. Brathwaite is on 17. The good thing when the pace bowlers bowling, I can read a comment or two between deliveries. When the spinner is on, it's very difficult. Mulder over the wicket. The 3 sips goes down. Bowl to Carty. He allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. He remains at 5. The score 29 for 1. Brathwaite is on 17. That umpire was like a blind man in a dark room with wooden glasses. Naya TV said that the start played at 10:30, but lunch should still be at 11 o'clock. To the best of my knowledge, these things are usually set. Sorry about that. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and he plays this through the offside. Down to that man on the cover boundary. They're not giving up any runs to Carty here. They know he's a fluent driver through the offside. So one more to Carty. He moves up to 6. Brathwaite and 7 comes into strike. West Indies 30 for 1. We are in over number 10, being bowled by Mulder. Collis Richards is saying, good afternoon, sir. I am tuned in. We have a year and a day to take this victory home. Lovely, lovely. Yes, definitely. The match started at 10:30 because of rain delay. What lunch should be still 11 o'clock? I don't understand. Mulder bowls to Brathwaite, taken on the pad, comes back into him sharply. Stifled appeal. There is no run. The score remains at 30 for 1. They could never give them an extra 30 minutes for what? That's I can't understand. I just do not understand why, they would give them a 30 minutes. I'm going to find out at the lunch break. I have umpires friend. I am also umpire, but rules evolve as time goes by, and I'm not that up to date. Over the wicket, balls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite plays that one down to mid-off. For a moment, I thought Brathwaite was going to look to clip that through the leg side, but somehow he adjusted himself and plays it back down to mid-off. And that's the delivery that I've been getting Brathwaite with, playing across the straight one. So yes, Jay, to the best of my knowledge, the lunchtime shouldn't change. If a wicket had fall, like said, 10:30, they could take lunch then, because 10:30, they would just take the 40 minutes, or 11:45 or so. I was mixing up with Jamaica time. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite forward in defense, and there is no run at the end of over number 10. West Indies 30 for 1. Brathwaite on 17, Carty is on 6. The batsman out. Mikyle caught for third slip off the ball in a Rabada by Mulder, and West Indies lost their first wicket with the score on. I think the score at that stage was 21. Was it 21? I think so. I'm trying to. What was the score when Louis went? 21 or 12? I think it was 12. I think I'm mixing it up. I'm mixing up the numbers. Crystal View saying that it is not lunch break. Yes, I'm hearing that, but to the best of my knowledge, as I said, things evolve, and it could be lunch is basically set, because it's not so much a cricketing thing, but it's a health thing. The lunchtime is more health more than cricket. So although they start 10:30, lunch should still have been at 11 o'clock. But I'm going to follow up on that. Rabada bowls to Carty, and he again plays at a wide one outside the off stump, missed the outside edge, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Yes, so a number of persons have been saying that. Colin Goodrich, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. I will say what I have to say after this delivery, because I'm serious about this Colin Goodrich. So something, I'm just holding up Carty there, holding up Rabada. There's some adjustment in the field. So there are 3 slips, and that man forward of point again. Rabada ball to Carty, and Carty places through the offside. They're gone for 1. They will second one as the fielder comes off the boundary. He moves up now to 7. West Indies 31. Just watching this delivery there from Rabada. And I show the batsman playing at a wide one. Just a replay there. So that was beaten outside the half stump. The West Indies batsman continues to play at wide deliveries. 31 for 1. Rabada over the wicket to Brathwaite. He allows a delivery wide outside the half stump to go through armlessly, and there is no run. Colin Goodrich, you and I have some great banters in the past. And I always enjoy the banter. But I'm saying to you today, if you are not at the cricket, you have no right to post any comment in this channel today. You have to be at the cricket if you want to post in this community today. The cricket can't be playing in Guyana and you are not there. So you have to be at the cricket. Have to. There's no excuse, Colin Goodrich. Over the wicket, balls to Brathwaite, and he fishes at that one outside the half stump. It took off and almost killed the keeper. Lovely ball in here by Rabada. That was a sharp rising delivery, and the keeper was in trouble as it took off, and he collected just at his left ears. What a lovely delivery that was from Rabada. I wonder, well, the match referee is the one who is in charge of those things. It took off, really took off there. Okay, so it's not ton. Okay. I hope you get tired. I hope you get tired. And so Charlie X is saying, let's go, family. This is a manageable chase. Yes. Rabada is really mixing it up here. He's in fine fecker here. Watching Rabada operate, you see a world-class bowler operating, a top of the line bowler. Someone who's a master of his craft. Ball to Brathwaite down the leg side. The keeper missed it into the boundary for 4 with the bye. Yes, bye. 4 bye. The score moves up to 35 for 1. So definitely he was trying to go wide of the crease and angle that one into what Rabada was trying to do there was to go wide of the crease, angle it into Brathwaite, and then get it to straighten, and hope that it didn't miss the edge on this occasion, because he has been bowling from closer to the stumps, and he's getting it to go away, and it is missing the edge. So what he did just now was to go wider of the crease and try to pitch it in the same area, and that it will straighten, but don't straighten so much, and it will nick the edge. So that was good intention, but it just carry on with the arm and did not straight as Rabada wanted it to do, and it goes away for 4 by 4 more to the West Indies total, 4 fewer to get. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty drive, it peels off the edge down to third man for 4. It was another wide delivery, it was into the drive again, it peels off the edge down to the boundary for 4, 4 more runs to the West Indies. Carty moves up to 11, 39 for 4. I don't think the South African mind that any at all. I definitely don't think they mind that. It went in the air where a gully would have been. I certainly don't think they mind it. 4 more runs to the West Indies nonetheless. But I certainly, Carty needs to leave those ball and let them go through. So Robinson scored. I said, come on, West Indies, give us something to celebrate. Enough heartbreaks. Mulder on his way, bowls to Carty, allows this to go through, and there is no run. The score remains at 39 for 1. Come on, West Indies, give us something to celebrate. Enough heartbreak, says Robinson Koja. Richard Eastman is saying that Brathwaite, I think it's Brathwaite and not Braithwaite. I think it's Brathwaite. Like he's a fisherman, keep playing at deliveries well wide of the off stump. Yes, we definitely need to rein in that. So the score remains at 39 for 1. So Colin Goodridge is saying, Mr. Brown, I'm not living in Guyana. Oh, okay, fine. I am a lover of West Indies cricket, so I support it. I agree and disagree. No disrespect. You're a good man. Same here, Colin Goodridge. Happy to have you here, man, every time. And I do not have an issue with disagreeing and agreeing. We can't all agree, can we? No. Mulder to Carty, bowls to Carty, and he plays that one down into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 39 for 1. So 39 for 1, the score remains at 39 for 1. West Indies looking to get up to 263 to win. But Delroy Morris is saying, Eastman, that's what Brathwaite does during his spare time. He has a boat. Okay. Well, how many things that Brathwaite does? Oh, it's very interesting. I have to come back to that. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite. Carty should say allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. 1 to come in over number 12. West Indies 39 for 1. The batsman out, Mikyle, caught again behind the wicket. This time a third slip off the bowling of Rabada by Mulder, and he was gone for 4 with the score on 12. These two have so far added 29 runs for the second wicket partnership. Long may it continues. So some adjustment being made in the field here as Mulder now finally begins to move in. Over the wicket, ball to Carty. That one comes back sharply, but Carty leaves it alone. It did challenge the half stump. It misses it by a quarter varnish, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. And that's what I'm saying. You have to look at that one coming back. Well bowled, Mulder. He showed him about 10 out swinger before he finally bowled that in swinger. And that is what I'm talking about. Bowlers, be patient. Be patient. West Indies bowlers would not have taken so long to bowl the in swinger. They would have wanted to bowl the in swinger by the third or fourth delivery. But here was Mulder. He bowls about 10 or 12 out swinger to Carty. By the time he bowled the in swinger, Carty forget about in swinger, because definitely he thought that was another out swinger, and it came back in sharply. No damage done though. So Brathwaite owns racehorses in Barbados, and he's also a fisherman. Very interesting. And I love fishing, you know. I love fishing. I would definitely like to go out. I love the opportunity to go out with him on his boat one day to do some fishing. I definitely love fishing. But can he handle all three things? Because all three things are so hands-on. Being a racehorse owner, being a fisherman, and practicing to play test cricket. And, you know, it's Maharaj comes in to replace Rabada. Round the wicket, balls to Brathwaite. He's forward. There's a slip on a forward shot, like there's no run. And that man was been stationary from the very first match at short extra cover. He's still there. Bavuma, 39 for 1. Maharaj round the wicket. Someone moved behind the sign screen. That is cleared up now as comes in now, bowl to Brathwaite, and Brathwaite is forward. Plays it back down the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. So this will be the final over before lunch now. Be careful of that arm ball. Be very careful. Comes in now, round the wicket, bowls to Brathwaite again. Brathwaite is forward. I said forward short leg, but it's sealing it off. Sorry, my apology. I said forward short leg, and no one in the chat corrected me. It's sealing it off. Come on, man. Yeah. So there's a sealing it off and a short extra cover slip. Bowls to Brathwaite. Brathwaite forward, plays into that man at sealing it off, and there is no run. 2 to come before lunch. Brathwaite seconds. Maharaj round the wicket. The left arm orthodox spinner from Guyana, not from Guyana, from South Africa, bowls to Brathwaite, and he plays it down to the man at Silva, who just trot away to his left field, and there is no run. 1 to come now. It was a magnificent spell by Rabada, and I'm almost certain that Rabada is going to come. If I was South African captain, this 40 minutes break, I'm bringing on back Rabada right away. Even if I cannot get 6 over out of him, I want 3 or 4 out of him after the lunch break. Definitely. So slips coming there. So there's 2 slips now. Arm ball, bet you. Ball, yes. Brathwaite was aware of it. He was right out to it. And that must be lunch now, isn't it? Wow, they're still not coming off. 1 more over to go. It just looks like they want West Indies to lose a wicket before lunch. So they're going to bat until West Indies lose a wicket, then they take lunch. Is that what is happening? So Charlie X is saying, Seals is only 22 with 60 plus wickets with an average of under 24. Amazing production so far in his young career. Yes, man, I spotted Seals in 21, and when I said it, some guys, so, 1 test match, and you're saying that he's going to be great. The same thing when I spotted Shamar Joseph and tell them, one ball, that's Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty, allows it to go through outside the Aston. 1 over, and you think that he should be in the West Indies team. It's the ability. It's the ability to spot talent. Not many persons have that. You see, the thing is, I'm not player CC. Some persons are player CC and country CC. So once that player is from their country, they're going to say that the player is good. I am not like that. Seals is from Trinidad. Shamar is from Guyana. Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty, who defends down the outside of the pitch, and there is no run. So they're not from Jamaica, but I spot the talent. I was wrong about Alzarri Joseph, and maybe I'm not quite yet wrong, but to be fair, Alzarri Joseph, I've been saying from about 2020 or 2019 that Alzarri Joseph should be leading the West Indies attack. He has not matured the way I expect him to mature and develop. He still has time, and let's see what will happen. So, Mulder over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty clip this away down to 5 leg for 4. Into the boundary for 4. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. Yes, it was off the bat. He clips it away down to 5 leg for 4. He moves up to 15. West Indies move up to 43 for 4. None of those fast bowlers are from Jamaica. I am not country CC. I am not player CC. I support West Indies cricket, West Indies cricket team. Robin Sekoja say, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you too, sir. I really appreciate you very much. Thank you for that. It means a lot to me. As Mulder comes in now, up to the wicket, over the wicket, bowls to Carty, allows it to go through outside the off stump, 43 for 1. He remains on 15. Brathwaite is on 17. 2 deliveries to come now before lunch. Mr. Brown, I was around cricket a long time. I'm a great supporter of a Jamaican fast bowler named Newton Dow. He was quick. Watch him play for the West Indies and Jamaica. Yes, Dow was very, very quick. He was very, very quick. So Kirkamute is correcting Charlie X. I will check it. I will check it right now. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, and Carty plays it back to the bowler who misfield, but mid-off did a good job in preventing it from passing him. 43 for 1 with 1 deliveries to go before lunch. So there's discrepancy over the age of Jayden Seals. Well, I'm checking it right now as we speak. He was born on when he was born, well, September 10, 2021. So he's still 22 years old. So none of you got it right. He's not yet 23. So I am right. No, just kidding, just kidding. So, but I have cleared up that. 10th of September 2021. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, allows it to go through outside the half stump. And that must be lunch now, isn't it? It must be, man. And this is something that has to be questioned. If the match starts 10:30, why is it that lunchtime is pushed back to 12:30? Because lunch, from my understanding, when I used to umpire, and my coaching courses, lunch is not so much about the cricket itself, but it is about health, the players' health. The players, it is that time of the day, the players, you got what I mean? It is a player's health and not so much about the time. So I'm going to try to find out why is it that lunch was pushed back half hour. Nonetheless, we are paid. Lunch was 43. We are 43 for 1 at lunch. It was very nervous. Since it's a 40 minutes break, and I'm sure I want to be here for the start of the West Indies innings. I want to be here. So I would have missed some of your comments. Forgive me, but I'm going to take a break now, and in so doing, I'll be able to get ready for the start of the West Indies innings. So see you on the other side of the lunch break. Take care and have a good lunch. I'm going to drink some plantain porridge right now.